everybody, I'm back with another Evercade cartridge. This time it's Jaleco Arcade 1, which not only comes with a nice full color manual as usual, but also a couple neat little double-sided poster cards as well. Let's go ahead and take Jaleco Arcade 1. Let's pop it in my Evercade VS and see how the games hold up today. Let's go to the games. Jaleco Arcade 1 is cartridge 05 of the Purple Boxed Arcade series. Amazon gives it a release date of July 29, 2022 here in the United States at the standard $19.99 price tag, and it was in stock at the time of my research. The cartridge contains the following 8 games, with the years given from the manual, which for the first time in an Evercade review I will list in order from my least favorite to my most favorite. Let's start with my least, with P-47 The Phantom Fighter from 1988. It's a horizontal scrolling shooter that's okay for what it is, but it does feel a little generic at times, and I found that one of the bomb sub-weapons requires a separate press for every shot, making this one somewhat tedious to play. Saint Dragon from 1989 is the next game, a creative shooter where you play a mechanical dragon snake thingy that has one thing that holds it back for me, the fact that you can't pick up right where you left off when you die. Since I'm not a big shooter fan and since I found the game a bit on the difficult side, this turned from fun to frustrating rather quickly. Rodland from 1990 is the next game, a cutesy platformer similar to games like Bubble Bobble and Tumble Pop. You use a magic wand of sorts to capture and whip enemies into a pulp. It's okay, but just okay. EDF, Earth Defense Force from 1991 is the next title, a solid horizontally scrolling shooter with various weapon setups and even a life bar, for guys like me who can use that sort of thing in a shooter. Cybattler from 1993 is the next game, a vertical shooter this time where you control a mech that can shoot in multiple directions. It's no Musha, but I still had fun with this one. Astyanax from 1989 is the next title. From the team that created the legendary axe, on the TurboGrafx-16 comes this arcade spiritual successor. If you're familiar with the NES port, you should know that this version is pretty different. This platform hack and slash style game powers up your weapons when not in use and has power-ups hidden throughout the levels. It's mindless quarter-munching action fun. "64th Street, A Detective Story" from 1991 is the next title. This is more or less Jaleco's version of Final Fight. Pick from 2 fighters, one who resembles Mike Hagar, and the other who's a little faster, and punch your way through multiple baddies and bosses in this beat-em-up. The one unique hook is that you can throw bad guys into the background, damaging it and sometimes fighting hidden items. It's not as good as Final Fight, but as a beat-em-up fan, I still enjoyed it. Finally comes my favorite game of the collection, Avenging Spirit from 1991. Your girlfriend has been kidnapped and you're out to rescue her, except for one small problem. You died when they shot you while they were kidnapping her. Thankfully, her dad has been working on ghost technology that allows you to possess various bad guys in an attempt to rescue her. This means you never really play as yourself, but as different enemies with different abilities and weapons. While some may be uncomfortable with a game where you possess enemies for spiritual or religious reasons, it's a clever game mechanic and it works really well, giving this game a unique feel with each character. It also controls well and reminds me a bit of the Metal Slug series, but most important, it's just fun. Family-friendly wise, the game received a PEGI rating of 12, most likely due to the animated violence in games like 64th Street. So what did I think of Jaleco Arcade 1? Well, I wouldn't call it a top-tier collection, it's still a solid one. It's a little shooter-heavy for my tastes, but at least it has a beat-em-up and a couple of good platformers. And of course, if you have a second player, it can add even more enjoyment to this collection, but even as a single player, I still got a lot of fun out of this title. So when we're going to rank Jaleco Arcade 1, I'm looking in the middle. I do like the Intellivision Collection one more at 5, but I will give this an edge over Namco Museum 2 at 6. So out of the 14 games that now ranked for the Evercade, Jaleco Arcade 1 is starting out at the 6th position. Jaleco Arcade 1 is another solid addition to the Evercade library. But that's just what I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Also, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on the Twitter, join the Discord, support the show at patreon.com/NoSwordGamer, and click the bell so you don't miss any future videos. Thank you for giving me a little part of your day. I look forward to see you next time on the next episode of the No Swear Gamer. Take care, everybody.